Give me life, give me love, give me everything I'm dreaming of. And I'm hoping to find my perfect stranger tonight. Be my perfect stranger tonight. Yeah. Tonight, be my perfect stranger tonight.
Welcome to Perfect Strangers. And here's your mistress of romance, Julia Morris.
Hello and good evening and welcome to Perfect Strangers. Oh, we might be perfect strangers now, but by the end of this show, I tell you what, we are not. We're sending 3 divine men and 3 ridiculously glamorous girls, and they're all going away for the weekend together to see if they can not only meet a perfect stranger, but fall in love. Ooh. Why don't we meet those spunky boys right now? I think let's do it. Why not, Ronnie?
Julia, meet Jason Blues. He's 29 and a commodity trader. He likes dinner parties, restaurants, and thinks his best feature is his overall look. Next, we have Patrick Arthur, a self-employed plumber who hopes to one day find someone he can be totally comfortable with and love. And finally, meet David Berman. He's 29 and lists some of his favourite things as affection, performing, sex, and Dean Martin.
Now, sex and Dean Martin I need to know about, David. What's going on there?
I absolutely love sex, and I love Dean Martin.
Not in that order, though.
Any order you want, Julia.
Really?
Give me a few martinis.
My dressing room after the show. And look at you, you're beautiful. Now tell me all about your special hate for cats.
I've ran over a few of them in my time, so not purposely.
You weren't one of the special firecracker boys when you were kids or anything, were you?
Yeah, well, we sort of were really mean to cats.
But you're not mean anymore, though, so
No,
thank God for that. Yay! Yes, good on you, Patrick. Now look at you, Jason. You asked. That's a bit mean. I don't mean to be so dismissive. Anyway, Jason, tell me. And now apparently that you consider yourself to be, if you were an animal, you would be a lion.
A lion, that's right, Julia.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that you being my main man?
I just like being in the forest.
Oh, fur boy.
In the forest, yeah.
Having a bit of a crawl around.
I'm
Well,
always
tonight-
on the crawl.
On the prowl, darling. You're going to be on the
Prowl,
prowl
yeah.
tonight when you meet these ridiculous girls because they're far too glamorous and I just feel like an old hag. But let's bring them on right now. What about you, Ronnie?
First, we have Jessie. She's from England and new in Australia. While she's here, she hopes to find the perfect Aussie man. Please welcome Jessie.
Now, Ronnie just told me that you're looking for the perfect Aussie male. Really, it's a contradiction in terms so far as I'm concerned, but, you know, whatever. So what sort of man? Australians in particular?
Well, previously it was Frenchmen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aren't they a bit smelly?
Smelly? Yeah, but they're very sexy though.
Look at those spunky boys. I think I'm going to
They're-
send you over with them immediately so you can start to get to know them.
Oh, I'd love to.
Hands off, please. Just like the BLS. Quick sticks, over you go, darling. And now, Ronnie, our next girl.
Next, we have Elise. Elise loves bubble baths, thunderstorms, and the ocean. Her favourite holiday destination is Byron Bay. Say hello to Elise.
Hi, you darling. Oh, completely excited. Now, you're looking for a soulmate. I'm always saying I'm looking for a soulmate, but what does it mean?
Someone you connect with on a more spiritual level and as well as everything else?
Then just to roll around?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I reckon. It's got to be really special or it's just not worth it, is it? Yeah. Well, I'm going to send you over and just get ready to get spiritual right now with those boys. No spirits, though. You're not allowed to drink on the set, of course. Now, Ronnie, I want to hear about the next girl. Ronnie!
Our final single tonight is Jacinta. She wants to meet a man who has vibrant eyes, a sense of humour, good looks, and is playful. I think she wants it all. Please welcome Jacinta.
I think that all girls want it all, don't they, Jacinta? It's not unfair.
Oh, yeah.
Why shouldn't we have it all? And look, I'm not going to embarrass you because you're far too glamorous, but I want to know the special extra piece of hardware that's in your mouth.
Oh, yeah. My tongue piercing.
I want to know everything about it just in case I need it done. Show. And does it hurt?
Not now, no. It hurt a bit.
The worst thing is you can't send your tongue to repair that area, can you? Because it is that area. And so what I want you to do, though, of course, is allow the boys to help you repair that area by meeting them immediately. Then they all are over there. How are these perfect strangers ever going to have any fun unless we're going to send them away with the ridiculously glamorous Paula? Please make her very welcome. Where are you, Paula? How are you, darling?
I am fantastic.
My goodness, are you just a devil for punishment? You're going to take these 6... Are you sure you're in for enough fun already? Away for the weekend, perfect strangers. What's going to happen while they're away?
What's going to happen? The cameras are going to be there filming everything. I'm going to report everything that happens.
Where are you off to?
We're off to Great Keppel Island.
So So it'll be paradise in the sun.
Paradise in the Sun. We're going to go out for a romantic dinner, which you have to find a date for.
So you're not coupling them up, they're coupling themselves.
It's all up to them.
Well, I want Ronnie to tell me more about Great Keppel Island. Ronnie!
It's the perfect place to get wrecked with miles of secluded white sandy beaches, 5 swimming pools, parasailing, water skiing, and over 60 other activities, not to mention the bars, clubs, cafes, and restaurant. You'll be swept off your feet from the good people at Qantas, Great Keppel Island, and of course, perfect strangers.
Far too good. I'm devastated that I'm not going.
It's all right.
Will you take this crowd of absolute funsters and whip them up to that Great Keppel Island as soon as possible?
Let's go now. Come on, guys. Let's go and have some
Get
fun.
out of here! Bye! I love it when beautiful people connect because really it's just my life. Anyway, so after the break it's going to be very exciting. We're going to go and find Paula and find out exactly what's going on up there. We're going to find out if these perfect strangers really do find a little match for themselves. We're also going to find out how our perfect stranger psychic thinks about all their special connections. I'll see you after the break. Well, thank God we got rid of that lot. I'm completely excited. But before we actually send them all the way up to Great Keppel, we decided that it was time to speak to a bit of a psychic and find out if any of them really do have a bit of a spooky connection. We found out something about Elise, which is very exciting. She's not only a Piscean, but she's also got a bit of one of those don't mess with me attitudes, which is always unreal because you know exactly where you stand. Sensational. The psychic suggests that perhaps David and Elise should be together. And then, of course, there is the divine David, who's also a Pisces. Ooh, bit of hello, you know, dreamer, all the best. And he's sort of very deep, and apparently he's a bit of a neat freak. We've got the beautiful Patrick. Woohoo! D-Law did it. You remember Patrick. He's a Libra. He's V-level-headed, which of course is fantastic. And there is a possible connection between he and Jesse. And he's cooked. Like, he is so ready just to settle down. You know, he doesn't want to go out with a silly single scene a second longer. That's why we send him to Great Keppel. And of course, there's a divine Jessie, who's a Taurian. And our psychic tells us she's very luscious. And also, but she's not neat enough for David. And of course, then there's a divine Jason. He's a Capricorn. Well, I think we know all about Capricorn men, don't we? Very sensible, never satisfied. Oh, how long does it take? And then, of course, we've got the divine Jacinta. And she's a Gemini, which, of course, sometimes, I mean, you can tell Gemini people that they've got a split personality. One side is cool, then the other side just turns on you. And, of course, it's all going to be very exciting. Not only do we know what they're doing psychically, but I reckon that we should kickstart this date and find out exactly what's happening up on Great Keppel.
We're finally here. We made it. It's hot, tropical, romantic. But let me tell you about the adventures we had getting here. It's early, very early, 5:30 a.m., dark and rainy, and we're just about to pick up Jacinta on the way to the airport. Jacinta, are you nervous at all?
A little bit unsure of what to expect.
Is there anything you really hate about guys, like hairy backs, tattoos?
Tattoos are fine.
What about like body piercing? Come on, show us all. The first one we bumped into at the airport was David, and wasn't he cranky?
Hello, David.
Good morning. Good morning.
You seem a bit cranky this morning.
Do I?
Elise and Jessie were waiting. They were all ready for their weekend. Then Jason arrived, and he was really checking out the situation. The producer hadn't arrived, and guess who had the tickets? I knew you'd be the last to turn up.
Funny that.
Finally, the boss arrived with the tickets. Now it was up to me to pair them off. Jacinta and Jason? David and Elise? Hey, this isn't looking good. And Patrick and Jessie. What happened on the flight?
I don't know. I know we hit each other and had a bit of a... I don't know.
Oh, nothing much. I mean, we just talked and...
And I saw you gazing out the window and him looking the other way.
Yeah.
Good. Elise is very intelligent and, you know, witty, charming. Jacinta's young with a piece of metal in her mouth.
We had a little chat too, and it was cool.
Yeah, I had some interesting conversations. I did get asked out.
And he'd love to come to dinner with me tonight.
At least asked me if I would like to go to dinner, and I responded to Elise.
So you accepted?
I accepted, yeah. My first drink will be a beer. If I'm allowed, I'm going to have it in the pool.
I really like to drink champagne.
a big pina colada.
And then champagne with a girl, as long as it's French.
It's an awesome day, and the last leg of the journey was the Freedom Flyer, the boat across to Great Keppel Island. Obviously flattered by the dinner invitation, Patrick decides to get hands-on.
Go, girls.
How's it going? Jacinta, now you look like you're looking for some affection.
I know, I need someone to help me, but no one's offering, so I'll just have to put it on myself.
Oh, so good.
First impressions of the island?
First impressions. It's just large, so large.
Great day. It's going to be a great weekend.
I hope that guy doesn't follow me, that's the thing.
Unreal. Ace. And I'm in heaven.
Does it make you feel sexy?
Oh, baby.
What you want is just these Thursday. What you doing tomorrow's gonna come your way. Don't you ever consider giving up? You will find
Yeah, do you like what you see here?
Hey, yeah, ooh, baby.
No, I don't like a donkey.
Let's see, Jessie.
Hey, look at you. You look wonderful. You're gorgeous. Hey, looking
Come
good.
back Oh my god,
Mango.
mangoes are my favourite.
You're joking.
Thank you very much.
Hey, cheers.
And your gift that you're bearing for him this evening?
Is a beer because he loves to drink.
How you going?
I bought your present.
You're too kind.
Sun had gone down. It's a beautiful night, and we all got together for champagne around the pool.
I'm really excited, actually. I was so impressed with the mango.
Yeah, I'm always on for a snog.
And if you had a choice?
If I had a choice. I don't know. I think I'm a bit of an in-a-moment person, so if the moment arose, it would probably be David.
Let's have a toast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, why not?
Let's do it.
Oh, yes. Well, what else? The Perfect Strangers. Perfect Strangers? For achieving perfect.
This is where it gets interesting. It's dinner time. Well, of course, Elise asked Patrick. David asked Jacinta, and that left Jessie and Jason. Entrees have been taken away. We're ready for the mains. Bit of an update. Jessie and Jason, well, I think Jason's trying a little bit too hard. Elise and Patrick, well, I think they're firing on all 8 cylinders. That's 4 each. Jacinta and David, well, I think the coals are in the fire. I think he's stoking it up, and we're going to have to see what happens after the break.